Everybody wants agents to run real work, but the moment procurement gets nervous, the best model in the world does not get deployed. And today we got a huge capability jump, plus a government red flag.
Hey, it is Friday, March 6th. 3 stories today: a bigger model, a procurement shock, and a tool that finally makes agents feel like office software. OpenAI just launched GPT-5.4 with a 1 million word capacity for what it can hold at once. They are pitching stronger reasoning, built-in computer use, and the ability to steer the answer while it is being written, aimed at professional agent workflows. 1 million words is roughly a couple thousand pages in one go, enough to keep a policy binder and your internal docs in the same working memory.
Fine, but who pays when it confidently makes something up across 2,000 pages? I want the contract to say every action is recorded and kept, and I want a named human on the hook when an agent sends the wrong email to the wrong customer, because the support ticket does not care that the model had extreme reasoning.
If I were signing that contract, I would ban send as an automatic action until the system can show a receipt for what it read and why it acted. I would price this like a call center seat and force a side-by-side test against your current document search setup. The million-word capacity can cut brittle plumbing, but only if the cost per run stays below what a human costs for the same task.
I will buy that, with one condition. The agent needs an undo button for anything customer-facing, and my team needs to be able to explain the decision trail to an auditor without a 3-hour meeting.
The second story is the less flashy part of the week. Who is allowed to use which model at all? The Pentagon flagged Anthropic as a supply chain risk, and the report claims government teams are switching internal chatbots over to OpenAI's GPT-4.1. In regulated buying, one memo can reroute budgets across agencies and contractors fast.
Great. Another procurement surprise. If I am selling into government or healthcare, I am not betting revenue on a single vendor's reputation staying clean, because the contract review will freeze renewals while legal argues about risk language. And your sales team will still have a quota.
I agree with the contingency point, but I am less convinced this is permanent. Honestly, I do not know how fast vendors can reverse a government risk label, and I do not know how much of this is politics versus technical concern. What I do know is the buying behavior. Once a safe list forms inside a big institution, adoption becomes a distribution advantage that compounds.
That is the part I have seen up close. The board asks, "Can we switch in a week?" And if the answer is no, your forecast just turned into a guess. I want the fallback path written down before the first regulated customer signs.
Practical takeaway here: write a vendor swap plan before you need it. Keep your prompts, evaluation tests, and approval steps in one place, so you can move without rewriting your whole product. If you cannot switch in a week, you should assume procurement will eventually force you to. Third story: Google shipped a workspace command line tool for agents, with more than 40 built-in actions plus safeguards, aimed at letting agents work directly in email, docs, files, and calendars. That matters because most enterprise work lives in those surfaces, not in demos.
My first thought is permission sprawl. The fastest way to create a mess is giving a bot access to every shared drive and then acting surprised when it pulls the wrong file into the wrong thread. Also, if this floods my inbox with helpful drafts, my team will revolt.
Pick one internal workflow with a clear start and finish, like a support escalation that updates a doc and schedules a follow-up, and run a 2-week pilot using the workspace tooling. Put a human approval step right before any external email goes out, and measure time saved against the extra review time. Treat it like a new hire: narrow scope and a manager who checks the work.
That is a pilot I can live with. If it saves time without creating a cleanup project, it earns more access. If it creates cleanup, it goes back in the box.
As Web2 AI Brief put it, OpenAI officially launched GPT-5.4 and GPT-5.4 Pro, featuring extreme reasoning, native computer use, mid-response steering, and a 1 million token context window for professional and agentic workflows.
Cool sentence. Now put the liability and the retention policy in writing. Capability first or procurement approval first for your agent rollout.
This is readme.ai from Chain of Thought. See you tomorrow.